friends, in this video we will see how to set up a Tomcat server in Linux based instance. So for that I have already logged into my Amazon console account, wherein in the Amazon console there is a new thing you must have noticed, right? There are two things for instances running and instances, right? So there is a small difference in both of them, wherein instances running will show you the instances you have created and those are in running state, but in instances you will be able to see the instances which you must have created and you must have stopped or terminated. So in my case you see there is one instance. So let me go back to that instance option, and I see that I have created one Tomcat server but I have stopped it, right? But I don't have any running instance uh, running instance in my Amazon console page. So let us try to create a new Linux based instance. So for that option is I click on launch instance, and then let me give some name. I'll give Tomcat machine, right? And I'll have Linux, I'll have AMI as Amazon Linux, I'll have instance type T2 micro, and let us create a new key pair. So let us give a key pair name Tomcat machine, right? And I'll have .ppk file, so that we should be able to use this private key in our Putty because we want to log in via Putty. So create key pair got downloaded, and let us now have create security group, a new security group, and let me click on launch instance. Now the moment I click on launch instance, initiation will be started, and you should be able to see the status under view all instances, right? So let me just refresh it here, and as you see there is one stopped and one is pending. So this one we just initiated, so it may take a minute or so to get it up and running. So meanwhile what we'll do, we'll just go inside and we will just try to modify the security group. Now why we want to modify? Because we wanted to set up a Tomcat server, and also we wanted to at least test the Tomcat page from our browser. So that would be via port 80. So I'll go to my security group. I'm into security tab. I'll click on security group. Under that I'll have to add a inbound rule. So what I'll do, I'll click on edit inbound rules, and I'll add a rule. So rule would be HTTP protocol. So HTTP, and then port 80 I'll have anywhere IPv4. For both the cases I'll just save the rules. Let us come back to EC2 and let us try to see the status of our instance. So as I see it is 1, so Tomcat machine is up and running. So let us go inside and copy the public IP address. Why public IP address? Because we want to access via Putty, via outside our Amazon account. So we'll just copy this IP address and I'll open my Putty client. So you may have to install Putty client before, right? So make sure that you install a Putty client, because that will be used for most of the time we will be using this Putty client. So I request you to install Putty client. You can download from web, it's open source. So what I have done is that I've just copied the IP address. I'm into SSH. I'll go to auth and I'll locate the private key. So what is my private key? Tomcat machine is my private key. Make sure you use correct private key, and we'll also try to change the appearance so that it is visible to you all. So I'll just have a bold, right, font size. I'll say open, I accept it, and asking for users, user is EC2 user, press enter. So we are into our Linux machine now, Tomcat machine rather, right? So what I have done, I just clear the screen, and let us change the user to root. So for that sudo su, enter. I am into root user now. I'll clear the screen. Let me update the system with the latest packages. So command is yum update -y. So this activity may take some couple of maybe less than a minute. It should take maybe 20-30 seconds, and your Tomcat, rather your Linux instance should get updated with the all the latest packages. So make sure whenever you create your instance, make sure you update the instance with the latest packages, right? And then after that only try to do other things, right? Other installation or other any activity you wanted to do. So as you see, we are good here. It got updated. Let me clear the screen. Now let us install the Tomcat application, rather software. So package. So yum install stppd hyphen sorry y enter. So stppd is your Tomcat Apache package name. So let me clear the screen. Now let us start the service. So to start the service, the command is systemctl start stppd. Let us enable it so that whenever system gets rebooted, the service will be up and running. So stppd. Okay, all looks good. Let us clear the screen. Now let us try to access the default page. So how can we access? We'll copy the IP address. We must have copied already, but I have copied again, and I'll give stpp because that was the rule I've added. I'll give the IP address, copy paste, and as you see, the test page got appeared. So the Tomcat installation was done and it is up and running. So what we'll do, we'll just try to modify a default page. So the default page, all the default pages, the path is cd var. Here your default Tomcat packages was present, so it's giving error. So let me correct it. Second, the command would be like this, right? So let us change the let's clear the screen first. So the command is cd forward slash var www and html, right? Earlier I have not mentioned the forward slash, so I'll just clear the screen. Pwd is basically the working directory, so I am into this working directory which I am highlighting right here, right? So now you can just let us try to create a simple a default page. So what we'll do, we'll just try to create a index.html, right? Simple file. I'm into my vi editor. I go to insert mode and let me try to create a package, rather file, sorry. So I'm creating a html file. I'll have welcome to Tomcat Apache Server is my heading. I'll close the bracket, enter. Let me close the html, right? And then I'll come out, save the file, and let us clear the screen and let us try to see if we are able to see that. So see, welcome to Tomcat Apache Server. So what I did, I just modify the default index.html, and I'm able to see the changes in my browser also. So what all we have done today, what we did, we just logged into Amazon console account. We created a Linux based instance, right? And then after that we updated the system with the latest packages, and then we installed the Tomcat Apache server. We started the service, right? All these commands, what I'll do, I'll just publish this the commands in the video description as well. And then we just went to browser and tried to access the Tomcat Apache page. Before that, we just make sure that we enable the port 80, that is STPP, in our security group, right? By modifying the inbound rules. And then we modified the index.html file that is in the default directory of Tomcat Apache, right? And then that changes we are able to see that changes in our default browser also. So please try it your end, and do let me know in the comment section if at all you face any issues. Yeah, till then, goodbye, take care.